Forgot I looked weird with this toque that I had during the job interview. So this is a part 2 of the 24th of November. I should go apologize in person. I'm close now to the Legion, where I didn't show up for the volunteering. I mean, I didn't promise, I said, because there's all these things happening with my vehicle right now and all that. But I did email the person. I don't know if he checks email or somebody else does, apologizing days later. But look, I'm leaving it at this sink actually cleaner than I found it. And most of it is actually recycling. That's really hard to do when you don't have a place to put it in, to find and put it in, and the expense of getting there. While I'm doing the dishes, I'm having thoughts that make me feel a bit better with my bitterness a little bit about the people primates. I'm thinking I should use just one resume now. And it'll, the title of it will be apparent. I'm looking for work outside of Canada, but if a Canadian employer requests one, I'm going to say, well, that's the one you get. I only got one now. Because, I don't apply just with you or this industry or this location. And I am favoring other countries, like usual. This employer that I had a good second interview with today, with the person that would be my boss as well, is I didn't send the resume that I have specific for that job because I haven't found it in a while. So I sent another one that's general, but it has 5 pages, and the guy actually read it. Like a list of all my courses are on there. Can you imagine being in a society that don't care about the education of people? So the resume I'd write now, if I make like one simple one, it's not even a full page, it would be a Canadian citizen, and I would say that is not a pothead, well educated, and I don't mean like because the educators were great, it's just because I focused on it myself, and multi-skilled, various industries, seeking work outside of Canada because I'm not a pothead and because I'm educated and have multiple skill sets, so I can't work in Canada. Here they give me gas cards to leave Canada, this area, and they still feel very superior to me as a human being. And but if only I could become a drug addict, oh my God, they would be so welcoming of me to stay in Castlegar. It'd be great for them, right? And that's pretty sad. And there's an issue with dogs down there. So yeah, so what would be a short title? Canadian citizen with a vast education, like many diplomas and post-secondary degrees, and multiple skill sets, seeking work outside of Canada because I'm not a pothead. But it's not just the pothead part, that I'm not a pothead so I don't blend into Canadian society. It's the fact that I have an education that is worthy of this brain, and skill sets that are various. Now, this employer actually noticed this, and I think it has a high chance of wanting to, as their business is growing, to take advantage of my multiple skill sets. In fact, the manager of that location, he kind of almost like he's going back inside to talk to the human resource person in a different city. Sounds like he wants to almost suggest a contract that includes already these different skill sets that I could do for the company. But I said, no, I don't mind just paying my dues and starting with just this one thing. And the rest can come later, because, I mean, really, when I get back into routine, I'd like the job to start part-time maybe, because, the housing issue is something to solve. And that's also like getting into the routine of where that'll be and what that feels like, especially if it's sharing with either potheads or potheads nearby, or we're at the whim of potheads or whatever it is. There's I deserve a sense of security too. That's why I'm looking for work outside of Canada.